Alright, so we're going to be starting on the driver's side of the car. Headlight. I already got this side taken out. I'll show you kind of what I did. On the other side, I'll take the whole thing apart. There's some extra things you got to take off over on the passenger side. But so for the driver's side here, you have the rubber boot and then the bulb. And then before that, there's a harness right here, the headlight harness. You gotta unplug that first, then take this rubber boot off, peel that back, and then you'll be able to see the bulb that's in there. And then see if I get in here, so that bracket right kind of hard to see, this bracket that I'm touching right there. You want to push that in and then down and then out towards you. So yeah, it's really easy. It just gets held in there by pressure of that arm right there, and that's basically it. It's kind of hard to get in there. It's really tight, but I'll just kind of describe it the best I can. So first thing, unplug the harness that's right here. Then take off the rubber boot. Then you'll see the bulb mounted. You see the bulb mounted in here with that metal bracket, and then you're just going to push down and then away from you, actually. So down and away, and that's pretty much it. So let's get these LED bulbs out of the box and see what they look like. Alright, so let's pull the cover off the box. You can see it comes with the user manual. Take that off. And these what the bulbs look like. And I'll leave a link in the description where you can buy them. Let's get this one out. So that's what it looks like. It's a H1 bulb. And this is the H1 right here, halogen bulb. So it's sitting in a socket. So you gotta take this bulb out to put this one in. I'll show you that now. So it should be just sitting in there. So just gonna pull on it. So there you go. This is hard to do. I'm using my cell phone to show you guys this. And so yeah, it just sits in there like that. And then you just pull it out. Okay. This little bulb. Alright, I have to sit you guys down for a second here. Okay, that's what it should look like. Got the new one, just push it in. And then put this socket into the headlight housing, and then use that metal arm and just do the opposite to hold it into the headlight. Alright, now you can see the LED bulbs in there. Zoom in. So it's a tight fit. You have to go in there on an angle and go up with it and then in. So you have to wiggle it around I didn't have to shave anything, but it is definitely really tight to push the bulb in there. So you have to go on an angle and then up and then in. So kind of hard to show you, but I did get it in there. You have to fight with it a little bit, but that's how it gets mounted in there. So you have to go push in and then actually up. So I told you wrong before. So you got to push that metal bracket in and then up, because that tab on the right there is what holds that metal bracket. Holds the bulb in there. So that's it. Alright, I'll show you what you gotta do on the passenger side. One more thing though before we get to the passenger side. You have to put this rubber boot on and then connect the harness. So I'll do that next before we go to the other side. So this boot just goes in there. It just goes around the outside circumference of the headlight housing right there. So I'll show you that. Okay. Alright, I'll show you what that rubber boot looks like. My phone stopped recording, so I'll get you in there nice and close. And that's what it looks like when the rubber boot's on. So just make sure those two prongs are sticking out and the rubber goes all around it to the outside. And then take your harness right here. And I have two prongs on it. And it's just going to go in just like this. So just go straight in with it. It's really hard to do here. Alright, I'll come back to you guys when I have it plugged in. Okay, so I had to fight with it a little bit to get it in there. But that's what it looks like when it's plugged in. This is the driver's side. Alright, now we're all done here. Let's go to the passenger side. Alright, so this is what the halogen bulbs look like. This is the passenger side. We're going to do this one next. Just wanted to show you guys the difference. So it's this bulb right here. And then the inner one is your high beam. But we're just doing the regular headlight, so low beams. So we'll go over here. And this is what it looks like with the LEDs. So they look pretty bright, but we'll have to test this at night, see what they actually look like. Okay, now we're on the passenger side again. And to do the passenger side, if you try to put your hand anywhere in here, you're blocked by the hoses, this big piece. This is my power wire with the bracket, but even if that's out, it's still really hard to get in there. So what I've done in the past is just take this 10 mil bolt off here, this bracket that holds the power steering pump on, and to get access in there. But first you're gonna pull up on this to release it from the bracket. So just do that, and then take this 10 mil out, remove this bracket, otherwise you're gonna get your arm all torn up. So only takes 2 seconds to take that out. It's 10 millimeter bolt, so we'll do that right now. Alright, so we got a 3/8 ratchet, 3/8 socket with a 10 millimeter socket attached to it. Alright, so we'll go here, just loosen it, to the side. This bracket to the side. Just put it up there on the coils. And again, it's still really hard to get in there, but you just push it to the side like that, and then you can wiggle your hand in there. So you guys see how I did the other side. Get the light. So you can see right down in there, you can see that red wire right there. So there, now you can see it. That harness right there. So you can kind of see how far over it is now. So we're going to go ahead and unplug that and remove the boot, the bracket, and pull it out. Alright, as you can see here, I got the rubber boot out. I had to fight with it a good amount, but I got it. Quick tip, if you hold this up and away like that, up real high, you can get your right hand in there and get your right hand in there, curl, and then come around and then get into there and get that harness unplugged. And then I just gotta take off that tab, and then the headlight bulb housing will come out with the bulb. Alright, now you can see I got the bulb and the housing out, and we'll try to do this so you can see it. So you just pull it out like that. That's it, and then just put the new one in to the housing, and then push it in there. So it's really hard to show you guys. There's too much stuff in the way, and so we'll put the bulb on the bracket and try to get it in there. But again, you have to go up from the bottom on an angle, and then in, and then straight. So let's do that now. Alright, so I use this big flathead screwdriver to lend me a hand, and what I did is I went down through here like so, and just used it to hold the bulb in place, and then come around with your other hand. Which there's no way to show me because I'm using my cell phone, but you're just gonna have to hold this with the screwdriver, hold the bulb with the flathead screwdriver, come around, grab that bracket, and on this side, you have to push in and then down to get it, that little bracket lever off from holding the bulb. And you can't even, you can kind of see it right there. This right here, this bracket right there. That bracket is what holds the bulb into the headlight housing. And so like I said, you have to push in and then down. So, and then to get it back in there, you have to do the opposite. So we'll be in and then up. So it's really tight. You have to push on it pretty hard to get that tab to close or to lock on. But it goes in there. And then I got the bulb in on this side. You can see it's in there, tight fit. Like I said, it won't go straight in. You have to go on an angle. You have to go up, in, and then straight in. Then, if it makes any sense. But just finagle around with it a little bit, and then you'll see what I'm saying. But you can't go straight in. It's gotta go in on a sharp angle, so like up and then in, and that's it. Good rule of thumb before we put this bracket back on right here, that is for the power steering pump. We'll go ahead and turn the lights on, make sure they work, and then we'll go ahead and button it up. Alright, both headlights are on and working. That's what it looks like. And again, if I get a chance, I'll do a little night shoot and see how much brighter these are. So let's go ahead and we'll put this bracket back on and button this up. Okay, this is what it looks like once all together with the bracket, the 10mm bolt, and again this just slides right onto the bracket, and that's it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, we'll see you next time. Alright, it's finally dark out here. Got the headlights on, the new LED bulbs, and just waiting for the garage light to turn off, and then you'll be able to see what it looks like when it hits the garage door here. Come back here in a minute. Alright, the garage light went off and you can see the headlights are on. Move up to the front, you can see it. Now I did notice from looking at it outside from the front, you can see that the driver's side, which is the left side headlight here, you can see the rail. If you can see the rail right here, the metal rail. The passenger headlight, which is right here, is incorrect. It's incorrectly. It's in there. And then the driver's side, which is on this side, it is a little too high. So somehow it got angled up in there. So yeah, it's not projecting enough light on the ground when you're driving it. So just something to note. Just make sure they're in there nice and straight, and then when you're done, use a wall, like a white garage door or a wall where you can easily see the headlight, and then you'll be able to see if it's too high or too low. One will be high, one will be low, like you see here. So I'll have to go back and take out the driver's side headlight LED and make sure it's sitting in there flush. Other than that, that's it. And we'll see you in another one.